So you have a man that was getting into a dispute and everything with his wife, or they heading to a divorce and all of that. And sometimes when you're in that time period, the breakup of a marriage, some people just don't handle it well. And you find out some real horrible things about people. And sometimes they do horrible things to you. But let's go review it.
I'm being evicted from my house now.
Immediately, but what we allow you to do is get an overnight bag. All right, so
Right.
we'll go inside so you can get some of your things.
I have to leave with you?
No, you can drive away.
No. What I'm asking you is, I have to leave right now.
Correct. Yep. So you can go inside, gather up some of your things. We allow you that courtesy. And do you have your car here?
I do.
And then on your own accord, you can leave here, okay?
So you're gonna leave and I can leave after you leave? I just have to leave.
We're gonna leave. No, we're gonna leave with you. We're gonna leave together.
Okay.
You definitely have to leave today, okay?
Got you.
So what we'll do now, go inside, get some of your things.
You need this back?
What's that?
This.
Nope, that's for you.
This is me.
Yep.
This is me. That's officer and that's officer. Can I see your eyes, please? Is that okay? All right. My wife filed a false abuse claim against me in order to initiate a divorce, in order to get an advantage over the property that we have. Out of nowhere, she just filed a false abuse claim against me.
And let me tell you something else about that. A lot of you men that run this country, you are freaking simps, and you are just as feminist as you talk about the women being feminists. No, these simp men are feminists, and let's call it what it is. These simp white men, because they ain't black men not running the country. They're not running it. Not, at least not this one. They not. And a lot of these some of these white guys be complaining. I'm like, bro, why don't you handle your own community and get on these lawmakers that's from y'all community that made all these laws? Like, well, change the law. How could somebody file a false abuse claim against you and you didn't do anything? That's why I'm a firm believer of any man that gets falsely accused of anything and you get out of it, man, you better sue. You better sue that woman to oblivion, because that's not right to lie on anybody. They didn't do anything. See, this woman was straight up scandalous, man. But I'm telling you from personal experience, that woman was like that even when you were with her. You just didn't. A lot of times as men, we just don't look at the red flags. We just kind of pass it over. Then when you get to the divorce time, then you really see how ugly this woman could be to you. But yeah, she was like that the whole marriage.
And had me evicted from the house. Women, in particular, who do this to men are criminals. They are dangerous. They are criminals. My understanding now is that this is a strategy that many women will employ in court in order to take advantage of their husbands and their property.
See, ladies, now you see why men not getting married? You see why? You see why we covered this, about a week or so ago, where marriage is on great decline, in definitely in America, but throughout the Western world. Because not just America, it's a lot of men in the Western world have said, no, I am not losing everything I work for just so she can leave when she wants. Because who's to say that woman saw you, peeped you what you had, and said, okay, I'm going to marry him, and then I'm going to hang out a couple of years, I'm going to get a baby out of him, and then I'm leaving. So then I'm going to take half of all his stuff and get child support. And a lot of men are starting to wake up to that marriage is not a institution that comes from the scriptures. They don't view it that way. It is a way to get a bag out of men. And a lot of men say, no, I'm not doing it. And I'm just refusing to, because it's not equally. It's nothing equal about it. It's not fair at the end of it. And once again, no fault divorce to me needs to be amended. I'm not saying that you got to stay with somebody because you don't want to be with them. But if you just leave just because, then you take whatever you have and go. You shouldn't be able to take half of what somebody have.
You say I should have seen this coming? She did everything she could to keep me from seeing what she was doing. For the men who have to go through this and the children who have to go through this, I feel sorry for you. This is painful. But the only thing that is going to heal this is justice. If you know someone, or if you are someone and this has happened to you, I'd love to hear from you. There needs to be a movement to stop this. There needs to be a movement so that some strong legislation can be put in place to stop this. This is criminal.
Well, look, this is the best way to stop it. You can't depend on these politicians. These politicians, man, they are political whores. They will go with whoever going to give them some money, right? So if some women's groups give them some money, they're not going to do nothing. Trust me, they're not. So what you have to do is fight it through the courts, right? So anytime, like I said before, anytime you get a false accusation, you get out of it, you go to civil rights and you sue the pants off that woman. And if you men would do that, start suing them instead of sitting there taking it, trust me, you will win a lot of these suits. You will win. And I mean, go after them heavy. Get a good civil litigator. That's all they do is civil cases. Don't go get no person that do freaking accidents to do a civil case. No, go get a person that specializes in that. So you can go and take her behind the court. And yeah, because the problem is men don't fight back. Or if you do fight back, you fight back in a way to get you behind put in prison. You know, you get mad and go put hands on that woman, now they got you in jail. That's not the way to fight back. The way to fight back is to sue in court. You know, you need to sue for all the pain and suffering you went through with that false accusation. And men will have to do that. You're going to have to do it. But a lot of men say, then that's why I'm not getting married. They say, I have a girlfriend, but I ain't getting married. But then you got to be careful of that girlfriend situation. Because in certain states, let's say a state like Texas, if you live with your girlfriend, now you're common law married after 6 months. And common law, she can go after you too. So you shouldn't even be shacking with them. The old school say shacking. If you're not married to the woman, you're shacking. Now, am I against marriage? No, I'm married. Okay? But not everybody today, like, you know, when me and my wife got married, it was not that long ago, versus what y'all got today, no. That's why I tell men, if you can't find a decent woman here, you know, if you can't, you know, if they just, trust me, get on that plane, fellas. Get on the plane and go elsewhere. Now, women overseas perfect? No. Do they have scandalous women overseas? Yes. So please don't go over there thinking with your nose wide open thinking they don't have no issue going on. Women are women. But the only difference is with them over there to here is that men have more rights. And so it's a lot better in that way. But don't go into a foreign country with your nose wide open looking stupid. I know I just recently saw a video of this older cat went to Vietnam with this female and she just straight disrespecting him like all the way around, you know? I mean, first of all, I mean, the woman he picked, I'm like, why you went over there and pick her? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have got that kind of woman here in America. But anyway, I mean, her attitude and everything. And of course, you saw the females all in the chat. Oh, that's the choice. That's the feminine. I'm like, they love to find one example and run with it. It's people on social media are so funny. I think it's funny, but it's sad at the same time. But yeah, don't go out in a foreign country with your nose wide open, because you can get the same results you get here in America, just not gonna lose half your stuff. But let me know what y'all think about, you know, what happens to this brother here. You know, he you know, there's plenty of men that's been dealing with those issues, and even some men have been falsely accused of touching a child or whatever, right? And that's extremely devastating. And then it come out not true, but the way it is in society with men, you're guilty until proven innocent, especially when it comes to that. But let me know if anything happened to y'all like that.